Hey, what's up? It's Shannon L from the FM 106.1 Morning Show. Really excited to start this new process with you guys because I teamed up with Ben Franklin Crafts out in Oconomowoc. Awesome store, by the way, family owned by the same family since 1973. Local independent store that has a crazy assortment of awesome products. And even if they don't have what you're looking for, they're gonna special order it for you. How cool is that? So anyways, I'm gonna bring you a new craft video once a month. So we get to do these awesome projects together. You get to show off to your friends and family all the cool things that you make. And this month we're going to be focusing on Valentine's Day, so that way you have enough time to get them ready for your friends and family and hand them out. So this is a cool little pocket card with a ribbon on the side. Pull that ribbon out, open it up, it's in the shape of a heart. Perfect, right? And then you can put like a nice little piece of candy or a Starbucks gift card if you're me, and then hand them out to whoever you want to give Valentine's to. So it'd be great if you're crafting with your kids and you want to give them to the kids in their class, all of their friends, or maybe you're passing out some Valentines to coworkers. Maybe you just want to create one for yourself. That's fine. I'm going to keep this one for myself. So if you want to learn how we make these, I've got the instructions in my blog. I've also got all the lists of the essentials, the materials that you can find at Ben Franklin Crafts. And then I've also got that pattern that you're going to need, the PDF version, in my blog. And you can also do this along with me as we go throughout the video. Okay, so let's get started. So you want to print out this pattern, which you can find on my blog page. I've got the PDF up there, and we're going to want to cut it out. So I already did that just to save time here. So it's going to end up looking like this. And you should have the red dots on there, or the red slashes. And then we've got two black marks, and then that black dot where we're going to end up punching our hole in a little bit. Okay, so you're also going to want to choose, and this is the fun part for you, choose different scrapbook paper that's going to be double-sided. So this is actually Jilly Bean Bowl of Dreams, and on the back it's got colorful polka dots there, and then we've also got some wording on the front. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a 6-inch by 8-inch rectangle from scrapbook paper. So that's where the ruler comes into play. I still have mine from grade school. Still has my name on the back. Ben Franklin Crafts also sells rulers, obviously, so you can get one from there if you don't already have one. And we're going to want 6 inches by 8 inches. So I'm going to mark it with my pencil. We've got 6 inches. And then we're going to flip it around and mark 8 inches. So dark enough that you can see it, light enough that it won't show up when your project is all done. Okay, so now you can use the scissors if you don't already have something to cut it out with, but I'm actually using this Fiskars cutting edge, which is really great. Ben Franklin also sells this. And it's really nice because it has this line in the middle here that shows us where we can guide our paper to cut it out. So 6 inches by 8 inches, I'm going to cut the long side first. So I'm going to line my mark right up to the middle there. And this orange piece is actually what cuts it out. There's a black piece up here too, which I'll show you what that is later on. Okay, so we've got this here. All right. And now the scrapbook paper is just a little long, so I'm going to actually cut out the rest of it here. And just chop that off so we're still working with all good things. Flip it over, find my next mark at the 8 inches that was down here. Line that up right in the middle. Want to make sure that I'm exact enough, because I used to be, my freshman year of college, I actually went to school for fashion design at UW-Madison. And I learned very quickly that if my cuts weren't as precise as they needed to be, then that definitely made issues later on. So you want to make sure that you're getting as close to that marking as you possibly can. I'm just going to cut off some excess there. Okay, so now we've got our 6 inch by 8 inch piece of paper. Put this right there. We're going to be coming back to that. All right, so now we're going to want to measure 3 inches in on the long way here, because we're going to be folding it in half, kind of like how you would say if you were in kindergarten or first grade, the hot dog way is how I always learned it. So we're going to make a mark at 3 inches. Okay, and at this point you're going to want to decide what you want as the outside of your card. So I think I'm going to want the polka dots as the outside. So I'm going to score it from right here on the inside. And we're gonna take our fiskars back in place, and this black piece right here actually puts a nice little indent into the paper, so that way it's easier for folding. So that's what I'm gonna use. Once again, lining it up oh so carefully. All right, so 3 inches in here. Go along that a couple of times, just because we're using pretty thick paper. Oh, we'll give it another go. Now this is just so that it's easier for you to fold. Okay, we're actually done with our cutting edge, so I'm going to set that aside. Let's make sure, oh, we are on the line pretty well. Okay, so now we're going to fold this in half right here, like I said, the hot dog way. Okay, beautiful. That looks pretty even. I think we did a nice job there. As you see, like the inside, I'm gonna want to hold that up like that so that way the words are right way when we actually gift it to somebody. Okay, so this is where this pattern comes in handy. Once again, you can find this on my blog. This is something that Ben Franklin Crafts actually made for you, so that way it makes your life a lot easier because they've already got the cutting marks and the folding marks on there. So you're gonna want to cut that out as I did here. And you're going to want to place this on your 6-inch by 8-inch rectangle, now folded the long way or into a hot dog bun, as I said before. And place the pattern on top, and we are going to make those cutting lines. You see here the diagonal cutting lines on the top of our pattern. So we're going to place that on top, mark those on the front side of the paper, and we're going to end up cutting it with both pieces. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So I have my pencil, and I'm going to make my lines at each end here. I don't know if you can see that, but so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm going to take my ruler again because you know, as I said before, precision, precision, and we're going to connect the dots. Once again, making life easier for you. If you're pretty good at cutting freehand, by all means go for it. I'm not a professional at that, so we're just going to keep moving on like we're doing right now. Okay, so now we've got that all even, and we're going to actually take this and cut along our lines on both sides. So we're going to cut through the front portion and the back portion here. I got my scissors. Cut along the lines, as you can see here. Make one cut that way. Make another cut that way. All right, and you can always round this off if you would like to towards the end. But this is actually going to be the top portion of our heart. Okay, so now we've got that all done and cut. We're going to move on. We're going to open the rectangle. And we've got the left side, right? So you're going to want to place the pattern on here. Actually, this is great. Linda at Ben Franklin Crafts made this design here, so it says place on fold. So don't do what I just did, and you're going to want to place it on fold. I did a practice round of this, and I realized that was the mistake that I made in the first time. So you're going to want to place it on the fold just like this. So here's our paper right now, and here's our pattern. You cut that out, and we're about to make the marks where the red lines are, so that way we can cut our heart shape. Okay, take my pencil back. Okay, so we've got 2 marks now, and we're going to end up connecting those together. So go ahead and take your ruler. And connect those dots so we have a nice little line forming our heart shape. Or the bottom portion of our heart, I should say. Okay, so your line should be there. Like I said, it's in pencil, so it's probably a little hard to see. But we're going to be cutting this portion out. And we're only going to cut it on this side. So when you open you're just going to want this side to have that cut in there. Okay, so I can open this up so that way it's less confusing for you right now, so that way you can see. And you just cut along that pencil line. Just to that scored edge, so that way, because eventually that's going to be there, and you're going to be able to open that up so it's just like a little heart shape. I'm going to do this now before I forget. Pencil marks. If you have any pencil marks left on your paper, go ahead and erase those, just so it looks nice and clean. Okay, and now we're going to open this up, and we're going to take our double-sided tape right now, which Ben Franklin Crafts also sells. So this is Express It high-tack double-side tape. And I'm going to list all the things that I use in this video in my blog as well, so you can take a look there and make your shopping list. I've already got an open one, so saving some materials here, let's just go ahead with this. And we're going to line this up so that way we are connecting this piece. So here's the left side. This heart opens up, and here's the bottom. We're going to connect the bottom piece to the right side. So we're going to want to put double-sided tape on the bottom and on the side, just tall enough so that way we can connect the right to the left. Okay, and I really like this tape too because the white portion is super easy to pull off, which is always my issue with double-sided tape. So I cut out the long piece first. I'm just going to line that up with the left side where we're sticking it to the right side. Put it as close to the edge as I possibly can. Okay, so we've got that there, and now we're going to want to put some on the bottom. So let's make another go of this. Line it up with your paper so that way you get a pretty good measurement, or you can actually measure it out. Precision, precision, precision. I'm going to fold it where I make the cut, so that way I remember. Okay, and I'm going to place that along the bottom edge. So here is what we have so far. This is the top, this is the bottom. We've got our double-sided tape along these lines here, so that way when we fold it, take the top portion off. Let's do that right now. And right there, perfect. And we're gonna fold it over just like that. So you can already see your pocket come into play. Look at that. I love those polka dots, all the colors. You don't have to use this paper, obviously. You can choose what best suits you. Okay, so we've placed the double sticky adhesive tape along the lower edges, the left side, the outside, and the bottom. And now we are going to use the paper punch to put our hole in right here. So let's grab our pattern back again. And this actually has a mark for you where you want to punch the hole. And I'm actually just going to go over the top of this and make a little indentation so that way I can see it. So we've got our marking. And we're going to punch the hole through both sides. 1, 2, 3. Ah! There we go. And now this is the fun part. This is where you get to decorate it just the way that you like it. So what I did is I chose some ribbon. Linda helped me pick this out. We chose this nice little pink shiny stuff at Ben Franklin Crafts. It's a little thick, but we couldn't help it because it was the perfect shade for Valentine's Day. Obviously, you can use this for if you're giving Valentine's at work, if your kids are giving Valentine's at school. It's just a nice little personal touch. So choose your ribbon, and then I'm going to tie it through here. Take what I want. That looks about good if I just want to do one knot there. So I'm going to cut that. That way I'll be able to tie it up. There we go. Okay, and I've got these awesome stickers too from Ben Franklin Crafts. They have an incredible selection of these guys. I really like these shiny portions here. So lots of different watercolors. I think we'll end up using maybe the one that says love with the heart. So it's very fitting, right? And they have some gold ones here. You can decorate it however you want. That's the good part about this, because you don't have to stick to one personality. So like I said, maybe if you're doing this with your kids to send them to school, the boys can get the blue ones, the girls can get the pink ones, and that all fits. Or if you were like me when I was in grade school, you wanted the blue ones anyways because you liked hanging out with the guys and playing sports. Okay, so we've got that on our front. Look at that. It's like perfect. So that way, when you give it away and they open up this nice little ribbon here, and you can place a gift card in there or maybe a piece of candy. Open it up. All right. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So you are ready for Valentine's Day. Hand these out to your friends and family. Like I said, super customizable, right? So you can add in rhinestones instead of stickers. You can do blue ribbon instead of pink. And then you can add in those candy bars or those gift cards. Like I said, I'm going to keep this Starbucks one for myself. And you are all set to go. Plus, it's personalized, it's customizable, and you made it, which is something pretty cool too. That is the first video tutorial. Like I said, I'm doing this all with Ben Franklin Crafts out in Oconomowoc. Make sure to go and pay them a visit. Everything that you saw in this video, you can get there. They are friendly, they are reliable, they help you get what you need and give you the inspiration for your next DIY project. And speaking of that, if there is something that you want next month or maybe in a few months for a certain holiday, comment below. You can comment in the blog section or the comment section, wherever you're seeing this video, and let me know what you want to create, and that way we can do it together.